So, Rhyl. Located in Wales in the west of the UK, with its 2 miles of sandy beaches is the town of Rhyl. Rhyl was once an elegant Victorian resort but suffered a rapid decline throughout the 90s and 2000s. Does Rhyl still have something to offer? Let's find out. So the first thing that really jumps out at me is this. Look at the size of that thing. Pavilion Theatre. Now, I can't remember this being here before. This is huge. Yeah, well, looks like it's still open. There's a side view of it there. Oh, here's what's on board. Menopause the musical, A Vision of Elvis, Steel Eye Span. Gaudete, take us to the status, ex Maria, yeah, etc. It returns, yeah, some good stuff. We're doing so well. I'm now heading to my hotel. Now I did try and get a local B&B, but couldn't find any. But anyway, I'm going to stay at this Travelodge. Okay, it is a Travelodge room, as one would expect. Curtains closed, that's not a good sign. Let's see what we got. That's not bad at all. Okay, so why did I choose Rhyl for the first destination for my first proper vlog? Well, the truth is, this is where we used to come when I was a kid. This is where we holidayed. The only place we holidayed where we were a kid. And we loved it. Me and my two sisters, my mum and dad, we'd actually stay in Prestatyn, which is about 6 miles away down that way. And we'd often walk from Prestatyn to here, to Rhyl. Obviously times have changed. Rhyl is, you know, a patch on what it used to be. But to us, as kids, it was never about all that anyway. That excitement that we used to get as kids leading up to it, months before it, counting down the days, that immense excitement. We just plan everything ahead, you know. I was probably about 12, 13, and it was so exciting. Since then I've, you know, travelled the world. I've been here, there and everywhere, but I've never sort of replicated that excitement. Never felt that same excitement as I did back then when I was a kid, and that was coming here to Rhyl. Yeah, like I say, it's not what it used to be. Same with every other town. It seems everywhere you go now. Obviously with Rhyl being a seaside town, relying on holiday makers and things like that, so who knows, things might change, but we're going to have a look around, see what's what. But I mean, it's a glorious day. I mean, and look at this. This is just... Look at that. The tide's out at the moment, as you can probably tell. Look at this. All the way over there, look. It's the Land Unknown, Colwyn Bay. How amazing is that? I'll come back out later when the tide's completely in, I think. Now, I've been to Land Unknown and Colwyn Bay and all these places when we used to stay with my auntie, but I can't remember them. So maybe if I do this again, I'll go to one of these places, Land Unknown, Colwyn Bay, Prestatyn, all these places. Yeah, I think I'll do that. What do you think? Anyway, let's crack on. A random castle. A little door. A window in it. What on earth is this? It's huge. Performance area, maybe? I mean, it looks pretty cool, but I don't know what it is. I think I'm going to go up there and have a better look. And that's a dolphin in the middle. Yeah. Some of you may recognise that tower over there. I'll talk about that in a minute when we get to it, eh? First impressions. Still got its charm. Hello. How you doing? Bit of building work going on here. Anyone know what they're building here? I don't think I've ever been up here actually. Is this all new? I mean, the last time I came here properly was, I don't know, 1989 maybe? I don't know. Okay, so it's like a little fair. Now, I know the main fair's gone, which was down, I think, the bottom end. So obviously wasn't great for the town. But there is this one. Let's have a look around here. So we have like a little paddling pool. So nothing open at the moment. Little miniature log flume type thing. Not very big, but I don't know what goes around in there. Would you swim in it? I don't know. Little teacup ride. 1 token. I'm assuming 1 token equals £1. I don't know what's normally there, if anything. Looks like some kind of inflatable thing, is it? I don't know. Ooh, another pool. I think actually some kind of boat, bumper boat or something of the sort. Dodgems over there, and the big ass apple. I'm pretty sure there used to be something like this at Alton Towers. Like a caterpillar ride that goes through apples and stuff. I'm really pretty scared of it. Because I thought you went upside down on the inside. Obviously you don't. There's a tower. Now at one time, I remember this being built, but there used to be like a cylinder thing at the top, well, at the bottom. They used to rise up to the top. It's like a viewing, it wasn't a ride as such, it was just like a viewing platform. And it's not a caterpillar, it's a chipmunk. Speedy coaster. That's more, I suppose, a adult type ride. Twister. I hate that thing. Always get crushed. You can get ice creams and stuff. We've got miniature golf. Welsh Dragon Adventure Golf. That's a nice little fair. Like I say, for younger kids, you know, don't come here if you're a thrill seeker. Jet ride. And then you've got Nessie, which I'm assuming is like a Loch Ness monster type ride. Bit of a mini roller coaster for children. Again, it's a token thing, 2 tokens. Is that £2? I think it must be. I remember going on one of these at Gulliver's Kingdom. Like, in the 80s, that's a big rocky thing. I shit myself. But yeah, I've obviously come a long way since then. I haven't. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this fair. There's like one of those trampoline things up there. Yeah, so yeah, there's a fair. So this is, or was, the Sun Centre. So it's like a ninja type place now. Well, you know, at least it's... So SC2, what's that? What's that mean? SC2. The Sun Centre. The Sun Centre 2, of course. Is this what it's going to be? Is this what it is? Cool. It's not open today, I don't think, but... Laser zone. Play zone. Amusements, basically. So yeah, we're about here now. It's very rare. We have ventured down there because I think right at the end of the fairground, so it doesn't look like there's much from here to there. So I'll see you in a minute. So we do have these little rocks here. Just come across these. Little crazy golf there. What is it? What's it meant to be? I don't know. These are... Whoa! Big step there, jump. There's like a... I'll show you. Donkeys here. See? Some donkeys there. So, and who's this guy? Popping his head into this dimension. Oh, this is cool. Moments in time. Wow, look at that. Look at that swimming pool. Beautiful. Lovely family there. Having the holidays in Rhyl. Look at that fella. There we go with his donkeys. Loving it. And girls there, aren't there? Look at that, how full the beach was. Lifeguard. Look at that monorail. I can't remember there being a monorail in Rhyl. Was it? Well, there must have been. Yeah, right by the clock. Some geezer with his dog. Wow. Get them all around on these boats. Look at them. Jellyfish! Some bloke doing his rocking out. I do actually, it wasn't this far back, but I do remember there being like a bicycle thing similar to this. You could hire like a rally chopper and just go around in circles, or a grifter, or a tomahawk. Boat rides in Rhyl. There always used to be a guy who used to remember, you stand on the front asking people if they want to go on a boat ride. But he'd have these little songs. He'd sing a little song and be like, have a boat ride by the seaside. And then like, give yourselves a thrill, have a boat ride in Rhyl. That's what it's all about. How the hell's that get there? Has that been washed up? Okay. We're near to where the old fairground used to be. That's where the water, well, the sea, comes into the river. Now I'm not sure the name of this river. Is it the Clyde? The Clue? I'm not quite sure. But yeah. But obviously when the tide's in, all this is covered up here, so yeah. Cool. I'm going to go over that bridge now, because that's new, I think. So this area is where the old Ocean Beach Fairgrounds used to be. I used to go on that one as a kid. I think it was the first roller coaster I ever went on was the Jetstream. It's only a little roller coaster, but man, it was enough to, touch cloth, as we say. Yeah, so all that's been gone since about, I think, 2007, I might be wrong. Yeah, it's just like Aldi and all that kind of stuff, but, it's better something than nothing. Okay, I'm not sure who this fella is with football. But it's a very cool metal structure. I think, because we're in the area, this might be Mike Peters. Yes, Mike Peters from the band The Alarm, who died recently. I think he was from this area, or Prestatyn, I can't remember which. But yeah, rest in peace, Mike. Here we are at the bridge. It's a very unusual bridge. Almost like a ship's mast. All the way up to the bridge. That blue bridge, I think there used to be, well, there still is, like Holiday Park, Robin Hood, I think. Not sure. Is this like a drawbridge? Oh, look at that. Look at the mechanism on that thing. Very interesting bridge. I think it could be like a drawbridge, it could open up for ships. Maybe, I don't know. You have boat rides and fishing trips from there. I think people do fish on this harbour when the tide's in. Blimey. Ship me up. That's a little harbour cafe there. It's quite busy. Nearly walked into the wall then. That would have been a bit embarrassing. So, we get into a place now called Horton's Nose, because it's shaped like a nose. It belonged to a chap called Horton. There you go. Sometimes you don't have to read sort of history books and be a scholar to find out where names come from. Horton's Nose. Chap named Horton. He had a big nose. Simple as that. There we are. We are now on Horton's Nose. You'd have to excuse the small talk. I'm not used to this podcast thing. This is not a podcast, is it? It's a vlog. I'm not used to it, so I don't really know what to say. But the more I do it, the better I'll be at it. I know this to be true because I can talk for England, just like when there's a camera in front of me. You know. Anyway, I'll show you some more of this. Another path there. Oh, hello, don't confuse me. So yeah, that was Hornson's Nose. Very nice. I'd like to see it with the tide. That'd be quite cool. So one thing I've noticed since I've been here that I didn't notice when I was a kid was the amount of walks, like coastal walks. I mean, trying to find my way around this Hornson's Nose just and getting lost like I do. Asking people directions and so this one goes to Towing, this one goes to Llandudno and Colbean Bay and all these places. I'm like, wow, yeah, that'd be very cool. What a nice walk that'd be. I might do it one day. Yeah.
Need to find something for everyone.
Mr. B's Amusements. Another big one on the front. I don't know if this is shut now or... No, I think there's still a way in there. Well, I imagine it's been a lot busier at the weekend. So Monte Carlo.
Good there, pal.
Hello mate, how you doing?
Hello, sir. You vlogging
Yeah.
the Rhyl?
Yeah. Good side of Rhyl though.
The good side of Rhyl?
Good side of Rhyl, mate, yeah.
There is no such thing.
There is.
It's not. I've lived there.
A year.
Yeah. Oh, no, but I used to live here as a kid and that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Where do you live now?
I still live here. But I live down the good side.
Where's the good side?
Yeah, right next to salad.
Just near the green and all that. Well, nice down there.
Nice one, mate. So yeah. Parker's Amusements. See, I'm getting a bit more confident now. The car's looking at me and stuff, I don't really care anymore. It's confidence saying this is. Talking to yourself while holding the camera. There's another one. This is the Bright Spot Arcade. Plenty of arcades around. Nice looking gardens here. Do a bit of a clean up, right? But something nice to look at from a distance. So, this is the main high street. Right, spots of amusement. Got the usual seafront kind of shops, sandals, hats, windmills, beach balls, all that stuff.
Not me the video.
There you are, what are you doing? Same kind of stuff. Shoes.
Just come over
Rock and all that stuff. Yeah, it's typical sort of. There's a dog. Hello. So yeah, plenty of people about. Interesting looking shop. Collectible stuff. The Pokemon there. That's a nice little dolly. Right. How cool was that? Yeah, let's have a look, shall we? Some cool stuff in here. Lots of Marvel stuff. Never been too much into the Marvel stuff myself, but... While I was in Rhyl, I caught up with friend and Rhyl resident Chad Jones.
Yeah, I'm Chad. I'm born and bred from Rhyl. I've lived here my whole life. I'm 30 now, turned in March. I own a tattoo shop, Sacrament Tattoo, and I am the co-founder, and the festival director and curator of Rhyl Thriller.
Tell us about Rhyl Thriller, what's that about?
So Rhyl Thriller is, well, it started off as a 2-day festival where we bring independent cinema and big budget films to the town with guests. I started that with Wicked Wales, which is another great community-led project where they help people make films and stuff. We had Hellraiser on that year, and we had Simon Bamford from the film, and it kind of started like that, and then I went on my own, and then Tom joined in, who came up with the name Rhyl Thriller, and I ended up going to the Prince's Trust and doing some schoolwork, and they gave me money for the screen and everything. So then it kind of turned into, now it's a monthly thing as well. We still have the big festival, which is this year's Rhyl Thriller 3, when there's no more room left in hell. And now we do a monthly show until like at the beginning of June. We have a professor coming down to talk about Charlo films, and yeah, really, it's something I wanted to start for a long time for the town. Bring money back into the town, and it is helping in doing that. I'd like to think, at least. We get quite a lot of good press and stuff from it. Yeah, so I'm happy with the way it's going. It's one of them. It's about inspiring people, I suppose, more than anything. I used to always say, very, very cringily, always used to say, years from now, if I make one bad short film and a kid sees it on YouTube or whatever, and it inspires him to make, go out there with his phone and make a film, then that's enough for me. It's what it's about, inspiring the people of my little town that I love so much. My problem with Rhyl, the people that, from Rhyl and the people still come back to Rhyl is that, you always get that, Rhyl isn't what it used to be. It's not going to be, especially when you can go on EasyJet and get yourself a all-inclusive holiday for the same amount of money it's going to cost for you to come to Rhyl. It's never going to get back to those days where, thousands of people come, but it's about the people here building it back up. There is things to do. People always say, there's nothing to do in Rhyl. Like I was saying a minute ago, myself and the guys from Rhyl Thriller, we put on things every month. There's people like Wicked, like Steve Rastin, who's another staple of Rhyl, that, he puts bands on every week and he brings them from around the world, from around Britain, to put shows on. And there's we've still got the prom, all the arcades, and I just think when people say there's nothing to do in Rhyl, it's because they're not looking. There's so many places I've been, it's around Britain, and everywhere's the same. Nowhere's perfect. You've just got to, if it's your town, you've got to have that love for it. Otherwise, it is just going to fall into disrepair. But, I'm not going to let it. Are we, Tom?
No.
Just come across this area. Kite surf area, I think it's called.
We're residents from over the road, 48 East Parade. We do frequent this bar area for coffees in the morning, bring our families and grandchildren. Well, Simon's done and his team have done an absolute fantastic job here. There's never any trouble. It's a family-orientated place, and well done to Simon and the gang. It's an asset to the area.
The day's drawn to an end here in Rhyl. It's been a long time since I've been here, but yes, things have changed. But some things stay the same. I've spoken to some amazing people today, very inspiring. Yeah, every area, every town, every city and every country has got the shitholes. Yes, we get it. But if you're looking for that, you'll find that. At the same time, if you're looking for something good, you'll find that as well. Is Rhyl worth a visit? Absolutely, it's worth a visit. I just thought I'd better do the thumbnail. What do you reckon? Shocked face? Surprised? Worried? We'll do them all. Okay. Shocked face coming up. Has that shocked how good Rhyl is, or shocked how Rhyl bad is? What was the other one? Let's do that's a favourite. So where's the your accent? So yeah, I really enjoyed my time at Rhyl today. I'll see you on the next one. Have a look at this.